guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making chocolate popcorn. So all you're going to need is peanut butter, chocolate, kernels, butter, and a cup. I already added the kernels to the cup. I used about 1/4 right here so you can tell. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a teaspoon of butter and we're going to put it in our pan. Then we're going to put the pan on about you want the butter to probably heat up, so maybe about 4 is about right. So now we are going to take a spoon. We're just going to bring the butter around. As you can see, it's starting to melt. So we're just going to bring the butter around and see how long it will melt. The higher you put it at, the less it will take to melt. So I'm going to put it at a 6 because I don't want to take up all the time. So we're just going to let that melt. So now that the butter is fully melted, we're going to bring down the heat a little. So we're going to put it at like a 4. So we are going to add our kernels. So now that the kernels are in, you're just going to give it a little stir and let the butter soak up. And then once you're done with that, you have to get a lid. So yeah. Now that we have our lid, we are going to take it and put it on top. This just traps all the heat and moisture, and then we're going to heat it up a little because, yeah. So now you just want to wait for it to pop. Don't take the lid off because this is what's creating all the heat to stay in and what's going to let it pop. So, yeah. So make sure you have a spoon on hand, and as you can see, it's probably starting to fog up, so that's a good sign. So I will be back. Yeah. So we are just going to let it watch and sit. Once it starts popping, you just want to make sure that the lid stays on very sturdy. It's going to kind of fall off, and then, yeah. So now that it's pretty much popped, I did kill the heat. I forgot to show you guys that on camera. But I pretty much killed the heat, and now I'm just keeping it on for anything that's still popping. But once it's about popped, I'm going to take it off. You might expect a couple pops, but honestly, that's just normal. See, there we go. So I'm just going to keep it on for maybe like 2 more minutes just to see if anything else is going to pop. So now that it's pretty much simmered down, I'm going to take the top off. And you might still see a couple more pops, but pretty much this is the finished effect that you're going to get with your popcorn. So, yeah. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this into here. And yes, it did make a lot, but again, that's how it works. So yes, it did make a lot. So we have a little left, but so I'm going to try to see if I can get the rest of it in. We do have some kernels. Didn't make it, but yeah. So overall, this is how the popcorn looks. I think it looks absolutely great. So now I'm going to do the toppings. Okay. I'm going to be adding the chocolate syrup to the popcorn. So I'm just going to drizzle it pretty much everywhere and make sure it gets all chocolate. It's best to do this when it's hot so it like sinks in. So I added all the chocolate and then I converted some peanut butter into a piping bag. So now I'm just going to be piping the peanut butter on top of the chocolate, and this is going to add a little bit of protein. Even though this is mostly filled with chocolate, it's still going to be nice and healthy. This looks delicious. And while we're adding all this, the popcorn is actually starting to cool down, so it is great. And that is about it. You can add more peanut butter or more chocolate if you want. I personally like to add chocolate on the top, so I'm going to add a little more chocolate. But overall, this is the finished event, so let's try it. This is really good. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!